These teams played back in mid-January with the Mustangs winning by 8 points in Thornton so they could sweep the season series coming up tonight. We got a fairly light crowd here settling in. Of course, the weather plays a factor. There's regional wrestling as well going on tonight. And that will conclude shortly on 1010 KSIR as well as KSIR.com. Yeah, the Mustangs are coming off a very convincing victory on Tuesday night in which they defeated Alameda 66-48. And the reason they won that game so convincingly, the big three played well. You had Luis Garcia with 20 points, Grayson Garber with 18, and Trey McBride with 17. They also combined for 27 rebounds. And those are the three critical players, the most experienced players. And that's what the Mustangs have got to do tonight, get the three going, and then get complimentary performances from Isaac Linker and even some of the players off the bench. So a critical game for Fort Morgan, knowing that if they don't win this league, knowing they have 11 losses, they could squeeze into the playoffs, but it's going to be a tall order with games remaining against Fort Lupton next Tuesday from the Pepsi Center, and then we'll have the finale coming up in 6 nights. That'll be against Arvada, and that'll be on the road, the regular season finale, on the same night as the opening round of the State Wrestling Championships. In fact, the Pepsi Center and Arvada High School are only separated by a few miles, so we'll have plenty of basketball and wrestling coming up as we do already right now. And keep in mind that with the wrestling coverage, that will resume tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock on KSIR and KSIR.com. 3 regionals. We began today with the 3A regional and the 4A regional. The 4A from Northridge High School involving the Fort Morgan Mustangs, and the 3A regional in Eaton with the Brush Bee Diggers and Sterling Tigers. And then tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, we'll also pick up the 2A regional, and that will be from Northeastern Junior College in Sterling. And that will involve the Akron Rams, Marino Rams, Lyman Badgers, Wiggins Tigers, and Sedgwick County Fleming. So certainly a very exciting time of year. But, you know, one of the stories of this particular weekend is not only what's going on sports-wise, but making sure that everybody stays safe out there, because we do have snow already falling in the Morgan County area and throughout northeast Colorado, which could accumulate. So that could keep people inside, so just stay tuned tomorrow once again to 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 11 hours of non-stop, believe it or not, wall-to-wall regional wrestling coverage from 3 different sites. Momentarily, we'll have the national anthem and the starting lineups of tonight's game between the Mustangs and the Skyview Wolverines. And let's see, I think we're going to keep it here momentarily for the playing of tonight's national anthem, and then we'll get to the starting lineups. For it should be a very good game. The Mustangs are coached by Ty Traherne, assisted by Jim Kreckemeyer, T.J. Schneider, C.W. Scott, and Randy Wilson. Paul Behringer, the head coach of Skyview, assisted by Steve Behringer, Steve Hackenberg, and Isaac Valdez. You do have a 6'8" player here in Roger Botterer, make it Robbie Botterer for Skyview. Could be a factor. All right, let's send it downstairs tonight for the playing of tonight's national anthem. We'll get to the starting lineups here momentarily for tonight's game between the Mustangs and the Wolverines. Keep in mind that we don't have, and obviously won't have it for a while, how the postseason shapes up. And it's an all-star cast here with Jack Goddard and Robert Mendoza with me. We're sitting on the, I'm terrible with directions. South side, is this, are we south side?
This is north.
North? Yeah, see, I don't know. I told you. So we're north? All right. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm telling you. I'm good with driving directions, but somehow in buildings, I have issues. All right, the starting lineups. Devin Butler, a 5'10 senior, along with 5'8 senior Oswaldo Padilla. Leila Gutierrez, a 5'10 senior. And other two players in the lineup, Marcus Kem, a 5'8 junior, and Brandon Gilly, a 5'7 senior.
And the starters for York, Fort Morgan,
Mustang starting lineup coming up tonight. Sophomore Caden Edson, along with junior Isaac Linker, and then the three seniors, Grayson Garver, along with Luis Garcia and Trey McBride. The Mustangs are dressed in their home whites with the maroon numerals, and Skyview in their black uniforms with the purplish numerals and lettering and gold trim around those numerals and letters. The opening tip tonight is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Looking to find insurance for your car, home, or even for you? Call Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. They can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance, or provide a quote. All those questions, Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. All right, jumping center for the Mustangs will be Trey McBride. And it looks like Isaac Valdez, a pair of 11s for Skyview. Skyview going for its 15th win, the Mustangs for their 10th, but more importantly, Fort Morgan could sweep the season series and be on their way to the Colorado 7 League title. And the tip is controlled by the Mustangs. Here comes Grayson Garver into the front court for Fort Morgan. Garver guarded over there by Devin Butler. Swings it on the outside left to Linker. Near the corner now to Caden Edson. Back to the top now. Garcia straight away three. And there's a whistle away from the ball as he misses. And the foul was committed by Leila Gutierrez as he got a body in there on Isaac Linker. And to throw it in will be Grayson Garver on the offensive end. Garver left of the lane to Linker, jump pass to McBride, left wing wide open, Garcia three, and that's good. Luis with a triple to open the game. The other way, here comes Skyview. On the outside right is Gilly. Gilly left to the lane. He's going to have to kick it back out. Gilly right side to Butler. Butler in the lane. Looked like he traveled. Now the three in the corner. Gilly is off the back of the rim. And over the back goes Playlock Gutierrez. That's his second foul. And we've only played 39 seconds. That could land him on the bench immediately. Well, they've got it as, yeah, he's gone. Into the game will be Tomas Lopez. Lopez now in for the Skyview Wolverines. With the basketball is Garver on the outside right, swings it left side to Edson, dribbles at the free throw line, back out to Garver. Garver jump pass to Garcia. Luis cross court McBride, left wing three, yes! Trey McBride nails a triple and the Mustangs lead 6-0. On the high right, Butler with the basketball, raucous crowd here in Fort Morgan. Back on the high left to Padilla. Swings it over to Butler. Butler bodied up by Garver, nearly a steal. On the left wing, now down low in the lane is Lopez. Reverse layup up and in. Tomas Lopez scores off the glass. 6-2 game. Garver the other way for Fort Morgan on the high right. Hands it off to Garcia. Swings it left side to Linker. Linker chest pass right to Garver in the lane. Had the ball stripped from behind, out of bounds. That's off of Edson's left hand. He tried to catch it off the deflection. It'll be Skyview basketball, 6:26 to go in the opening quarter. And the Mustangs lead 6-2. And here comes Oswaldo Padilla the other way for Skyview. Back out to Butler. Butler in the lane all the way. Scoops it up and in. Devin Butler scores. Skyview is now on a 4-0 run. Boy, it is loud here in Fort Morgan. 6-4 in favor of the Mustangs. Linker on the outside left to Edson. Edson dribbles towards the top. He's going to feed it to Garcia. Garcia to McBride. Fakes the three, dribbles left to the lane. Then had the ball go off his foot out of bounds. And Fort Morgan commits another turnover. That'll be their second here. And Padilla will bring it up the court for Skyview as they attempt to tie the game or take the lead. Picked up by Edson. The Mustangs in a man-to-man right now. The bounce pass on the outside left to Lopez. Well behind the three-point line. Cross court to Padilla. Padilla looking for Gilly. Can't find Gilly. Left-handed dribble between his legs. Now feeds it in the right corner. And I believe that's Ken. Back out to Butler. Butler fakes the three. No, that was Valdez instead. And here is Gilly. Gilly on the high left, lost control of the basketball. He's on the floor. And now we're going to have a tie-up. And, or did we have a timeout? Yeah, I think we had a timeout. Fort Morgan really never got their hand on it. And a timeout is called as the ball was nearly tied up. And with 5:22 to go in the opening quarter, Fort Morgan 6, Skyview 4. Make Stubbs Gas and Oil your next stop heading out of town during your visit. You can gas up your vehicle, sit down to lunch, get snacks and your hunting and fishing licenses. Find everything you need at low prices. Stubbs Gas and Oil in Wiggins. All right, it'll be Skyview basketball out of the timeout. And to throw it in will be Isaac Valdez. Valdez into Padilla, tipped away by McBride. McBride all the way. Had the ball stripped from behind, out of bounds. McBride was thinking about a jam, but the ball was stripped away. Turnover for Skyview's there first, and Garver to throw it in. Garver lobs it towards the top. McBride has got it. McBride looks to his right, feeds Garcia. He'll take the corner three. It's off the back of the rim, and the rebound is into the hands of Brandon Gilly. Skyview the other way. Valdez in the lane, kicks it back out. Butler fakes the three, steps in, back out to Gilly, long three, and Skyview has the lead. He nails it. 7-6. Skyview's on a 7-0 run. Garver comes the other way, dribbles towards the right corner, right of the lane for McBride. McBride with the basketball, takes a dribble, backs in his defender, double team, puts up a wild shot, misses, gets it back, and then he had the shot blocked from behind and taken away by Butler. Skyview with Butler, middle of the lane, jump pass to Gilly, long three, good again! Holy mahungus, it's a 10-0 run for Skyview. 4:27 to go in the opening quarter. 10-6 in favor of the Wolverines. On the outside left, Edson. Edson back out to Garcia. Garcia with a basketball at the top of the three-point circle. Feeds it left side to Linker, looking down low. Skyview's come out hot after trailing 6-0. Edson, free throw line, back out to Linker, left wing. McBride, three, is going to be well short. And Butler's got the rebound for Skyview. Butler the other way, 1-on-2, scoops it up and in! Off the back of the rim, timeout, Fort Morgan. The Mustang timeout is brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you to the car truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East. I tell you, I didn't see that coming. 6-0 lead and now a 12-0 run here for Skyview. 3:57 to go in the opening quarter. Again, it's a huge game for Fort Morgan for this Colorado 7 league title because their overall record is not strong at 9-11. The Mustangs have yet to make a substitution as they come the other way. With the basketball, Garver back on the high left to Linker. Back out on the wing now to Edson. Free throw line for Garcia. Kicks it back out to Linker. Linker near that corner to Edson. Edson dribbles left of the lane. Now he's got to retreat towards the timeline. Linker right of the lane. Picked up right corner. Garcia three. And that's an air ball. But McBride chases it down for Fort Morgan. Now to Edson straight away three. And that's off to the right. Garcia rebound. And the shot is blocked out of bounds. Garcia tries to save it in. And does to McBride. Mustangs reset. Here is Garver. Long three. And that's in and out. And the rebound into the hands of Tomas Lopez. Well, the Mustangs had their opportunities, could not score. With the basketball just into the game is Pete Medina. Medina back out to Butler. Butler in the lane. He's trapped over there. Back out to Gilly. Gilly against Garcia. Bodied up, no whistle. Now the three by Valdez is good. It's now a 15-0 run. A shocking 15-0 run for Skyview. They're up by 9. 2:48 to go in the opening quarter. Caden Edson with a basketball for Fort Morgan into the front court. Back on the high right. Here is Grayson Garver against Butler. Dribbles right into the lane. Leans. Misses off the back of the rim. McBride, the rebound. Has the shot blocked out of there. And now we got a whistle and a foul. Boy, McBride has been grabbing rebounds here, but the Mustangs cannot convert the points. And the foul was committed by Tomas Lopez. That's his first. McBride's got 4 rebounds already. Braden McAllister and Jacob Ortega are into the game for the Mustangs, and the crowd has been quieted by this 15-0 run for Skyview. Garver into Garcia. Thinks about a three, but he's missed the last 2 he's taken. On the outside right to Ortega. Jacob Ortega, left side to Garver. Garver gets a pick from McAllister at the top, maintains the dribble between the legs, left of the lane. He spins, he jump passes to McBride, reverse layup up and in! Mustangs stop the 15-0 run, 15-8 Skyview. At the top is Butler for Skyview. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the first quarter, hands it off to Gilly. Gilly on the outside right corner now with the basketball is Pete Medina. Medina in the lane, he's going to have to kick it back out, guarded by Ortega, does to Butler. Butler against Garcia, minute 49 to go in the opening quarter. Now we got a whistle and a foul. That's against Jacob Ortega. And that'll be the first foul committed by the Mustangs. And to throw it in on the offensive end, well off to the right of the basket, is going to be Valdez. Back out to Gilly. Gilly near the top to Butler. Butler dribbling to his right. Butler back towards the middle in the right corner for Medina. Gets a pick. Ortega now picks him back up. Medina into the lane. Medina backs up. Now he picks up the dribble looking for a teammate. Finds Butler. A minute 29 to go in the opening quarter. Skyview leads Fort Morgan 15-8 in Fort Morgan. On the outside right, Butler hands it off to Valdez. Valdez crossover dribble all the way. Jump pass and a dunk by Tomas Lopez. He jams it home for Skyview. They lead by 9. 17-8. Garver the other way. The Mustang defense overcommitted to the ball handler, and it resulted in a slam. McAllister with the basketball. McAllister in the lane. And then he was tied up. Tied up by Valdez. Possession arrow is pointing in Skyview's direction. Well, plenty of energy in this building. With 53 seconds to go in the first. With the basketball, it's Medina. Medina swings it right side to Gilly. Picked up there by Luis Garcia. Now to Medina, looks up at the clock. 40 seconds to go. Looks back at his bench. And they might take the final shot here. They might eat up all the time. There's 34 seconds to go as Butler maintains the left-handed dribble against Garver, and the Mustangs are backing up on the defensive end, trailing by 9. Devin Butler back out to Valdez. Looks up at the clock again. 18 seconds to go. Gets a pick on the outside right. Bounce pass down low, tipped away by McAllister. He's on the floor, and the Mustangs come away with the basketball. McBride with 9. McBride has it stripped out of bounds by Valdez. And to throw it in for Fort Morgan should be Grayson Garver with 8.8 seconds to go. Garver to McBride, left to the lane, double team, back out to Garcia, down to 5. Now to Garver, left corner 3 is off the front of the rim, and McBride commits the foul from behind as Lopez grabs the rebound. That'll be McBride's first, the team's second. Well, with 1.3 seconds to go, it'll be a desperation heave, you would think, for Skyview. Well, let's see who's going to trigger it in. Looks like Brandon Gilly will throw it in. Over to Butler, a baseball shot, and that's well off to the right. And that's the end of the opening quarter. With the score, Skyview 17, Fort Morgan 8. It's a 1-minute break on B106 and B106.com. Let's begin the second quarter with the Mustangs at home down to the Skyview Wolverines, 17-8 Fort Morgan basketball to begin the second. Linker to throw it into Ortega out there with Garver, McAllister, and Luis Garcia. We'll set the lineup here momentarily for Skyview. Ortega, left-handed dribble on the high left. Dribbles towards the top, hands it off to Garcia. Left wing to Linker. Linker, jump pass, wide open Ortega, and he banks and scores. Ortega got in behind the defense, and it's now 17-10 as the Mustangs cut it down to a 7-point deficit. Gilly out there with Padilla. Make it Padilla. Pete Medina. Robbie Botterer, he's the 6'8 player, as Medina's got the basketball. And then Devin Butler. Butler is going to have to kick it back out somewhere. He's trapped over there. Now he's going to get a 5-second call, and there's the 5-second call. That is turnover number 3. Turnover number 3 for Skyview. The Mustangs had 3 in the opening quarter, and they come the other way. Linker to throw it into Jacob Ortega. Brandon Gilly had 6 points in the first quarter for Skyview. Ortega, the point guard, dribbles right in the lane, back out to Garcia. Luis looking down low, dribbles towards the baseline. He feeds Linker, and he lobs it inside. Terrible pass. He threw it over the intended player there, McAllister. And it's intercepted, and the other way, Valdez banks and scores. Brandon Gilly picked off the pass, and then an easy bucket on the other end. And now it's a 19-10 game. 6:35 to go before the break. Linker straight away to the basketball on the outside left to Garcia. Garcia dribbling towards the left corner, hands it off to Ortega. Back to his right towards the top free throw line. Now to Linker on the high left to Garver with a chest pass. Garver dribbles, 16-footer, good. Straight away for Grayson Garver. And the Mustangs make it a 7-point deficit, 19-12. Butler left-handed dribble, and there's a foul on the floor. Oh, they're going to call it a 2-shot foul. Isaac Linker got him across the wrist. And for Isaac, that's his first foul. Devin Butler to the line. He scored 4 points in the first quarter. Free throw by Butler, yes. When you're looking for someone to walk you through the insurance world, turn to the office of Greg Mullen and Brush, Home, Auto, Life, and Health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family, 842-4555. Second free throw upcoming for Devin Butler. And that's up and that's in. Back to a 9-point lead for the Skyview Wolverines. Grayson Garver for Fort Morgan. Cross court to Linker. Chest pass, left baseline, McBride all the way. He's fouled on the floor. Isaac Valdez got him with the body. Mustangs to trigger it in. Only the 14th foul. Garver. Still looking. Lobs it towards the top to Linker. Linker back out to Edson. Way behind the three-point line. Mustangs are really spread out here. Edson left side to Garcia. Thinks about a three. Dribbles left baseline all the way. Bounce pass to Edson. Corner shot as an air ball. Boy, he missed it badly. However, Skyview could not control it. Goes out of bounds. Fort Morgan basketball. And Grayson Garver to throw it in. Lobs it to McBride, and he scoops and misses off to the right. And can Linker chase down the rebound? He cannot. It goes out of bounds. Skyview the other way. Need a new windshield. Want to spray on bed liner or truck accessories. Smart Parts in Sterling. And to bring it up across midcourt is Isaac Valdez for Skyview. They'll slow it down with 5.5 to go in the second. Skyview 21, Fort Morgan 12. Butler at the top. Picked up loosely there by Garver. Now they might chew up some time here just based on this offensive set. Valdez dribbling right baseline, pulls up, rainbow shot, good. Boy, he shot over Trey McBride. The lead is 11. Valdez was 7. 23-12. Edson at the top for Garcia. Thinks about a three, picked up over there by Padilla. Now McBride on the high left. Left corner for Linker. Linker dribbles to his right. Head fake, feeds Grayson Garver. Garver left to the lane, back out to Isaac Linker at the top for Garcia. Luis thinks about the three, left wing to Linker. That's not his range, he won't shoot it there. Takes the dribble back out to Edson. Edson with 4:43 to go second quarter. Skyview 23, Fort Morgan 12. Right corner Garcia dribbles to his left, right of the lane, down low for Linker. Linker leads, fades, and a foul. Wow, they must have got him with a body. It was a clean block. The foul was committed by Oswaldo Padilla. Isaac Linker to shoot two. First free throw is off to the right. Since Fort Morgan scored the first 6 points, Skyview is on a 23-6 run. They've really controlled the game. Second free throw, and that's off the back of the rim. And Devin Butler's got his third board. Butler for Skyview at the top of the three-point circle. Left of the lane, jump pass to Gilly. And then he lost control of the ball. Edson picks it up. Edson for Fort Morgan all the way, scoops it up, and he missed it. And the rebound is into the hands of Padilla. The Mustangs could not take advantage of the turnover. The other way, Valdez, no look pass to Botterer, back out to Padilla. Padilla in the lane. He's trapped over there. He's going to have to kick it out, and does to Botterer. On the high left to Butler. 4 minutes to go, second quarter. Fort Morgan is down by 11. Robbie Botterer with a basketball on the high right. Picked up by McBride. Now gets a pick over there. On the outside left, Padilla. Left corner. The three by Butler is no good. And Trey McBride grabs his 5th rebound of the game. On the outlet, here is Edson right baseline. Edson's going to have to back it out to Garver. Now to McBride. 16-footer is no good. And Linker had the rebound, then he was fouled. Oh, they're going to call a travel. Well, it looked like the ball was tied up pretty well, so it will be Skyview basketball. Fort Morgan has just 4 points in the quarter. Then again, Skyview's only got 6. A very defensive-minded quarter so far. Isaac Valdez across the timeline. Valdez, right-handed dribble all the way, scoops it up and in, and a foul. Valdez to the line. He's got 6 all in the quarter. And the Mustang foul was committed by Grayson Garver. And Skyview is putting on a clinic right now. The left-handed free throw by Valdez is up and is in. 10 in the game, 7 in the quarter. Skyview 26, Fort Morgan 12. Grayson Garver for Fort Morgan. Mustangs can't let this get away right now. Hands it off to Ortega. Ortega cross court to Garcia. McBride left baseline. Left of the lane, Garver, 15-footer is in and out. And the ball is tipped into the hands of McBride. McBride with a 6th rebound will now feed Garver left baseline. Reverse layup up and he missed it. Tomas Lopez with a rebound. The Mustangs are clearly frustrated now. 2:49 to go in the second. Left-handed dribble maintained by Valdez. Crossover dribble on Garver, and he puts up a rainbow air ball. Lopez has it, and Lopez was on the line, on the baseline. It'll be Fort Morgan basketball, but the Mustangs have gone cold here in the second quarter. Only 4 points in 5.5 minutes. Here is Garver on the high right. Swings it cross court to Garcia. Near the top for Ortega. High left now to Caden Edson. Edson at the top of the three-point circle. Picks up his dribble. Hands it off to Garcia. What outstanding defense here by Skyview. Edson guarded closely by Valdez. Then had the ball stripped by Gilly. Here is Gilly with a 2-on-2. Gilly pulls up from 10. Off to the right. And Luis Garcia has the rebound for Fort Morgan. On the outlet, here's Grayson Garver. Garver in the lane all the way, scoops it up. Offensive foul. He missed it. Valdez took the contact. Garver with a second foul. The Mustangs now with 7 turnovers with under 2 minutes to go in the opening half. David Sarinana is in for Fort Morgan. And here comes Oswaldo Padilla. Between the legs dribble, now maintains the left hand. Back out to Valdez, who's had a huge quarter with 7 points. Valdez has outscored Fort Morgan by himself in the quarter. Butler in the lane, right-handed shot is tipped up and no good. And McBride is fouled in the backcourt. McBride is fouled, I believe, by Butler. Yep. That'll be his first. And to throw it in is Luis Garcia. Garcia into Grayson Garver with 1.5 minutes to go in the opening half. In the left corner, Sarinana with a basketball against Padilla. Dribbles to his right. Feeds it back out to Ortega. On the left wing here is Trey McBride. McBride in the lane. He's spinning, turning, hooking, missing. And the rebound to Tomas Lopez. Fort Morgan's got to be shooting probably 15% in this quarter. They've only made 2 shots. Here is Butler with 1.2 minutes to go. Back out to Valdez. Valdez with a right-handed dribble. Over to Padilla. Padilla well behind the three-point line against Sarinana. Maintains his dribble, picks up his dribble. Bounce pass on the outside right to Valdez. Right corner, Gilly. And then he traveled. Turnover number 5 for Skyview. 45.6 seconds to go. The Mustangs are down by 14 in the quarter. And let's see if they take the air out of the basketball and take the final shot just to regroup at halftime. Sarinana with a basketball in the left corner. Behind the back dribble. Free throw line for Ortega into the lane. Then he's fouled by Gilly. And that'll put Ortega at the line. It's a 1-and-1. 17 foul. The Mustangs have missed their only 2 free throws here. Check it. It was just, it was by Linker. Now Jacob Ortega. First free throw. No good. It's his only free throw. Rebound, though, to Grayson Garver. Here's Luis Garcia. 23 seconds to go in the quarter. Over to McBride. Left baseline. Cut off by Lopez. McBride's double team. Baseball pass off the hands of Sarinana. And Valdez tries to save it in. Does to Garver. He leans. He shoots. He misses. Rebound to McBride. McBride dribbles. Shoots. Throws up an air ball. And then the ball's out of bounds off of Skyview. Wow. Fort Morgan can't buy a bucket. I mean, I'm guessing they're shooting about 10% in the quarter. Maybe a little bit more. Garver with 7 seconds to throw it in. Garver looking. Still looking. Gets rid of it to McBride. McBride thinks about a 3. 4 seconds to go. Garver, right corner shot. Good for 3 for Grayson Garver. So they take some momentum into the break with the score. Skyview 26, Fort Morgan 15 at the break. A 3-minute break on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. We begin the third quarter. I'm John Beltran. Our sound engineer and producer is Emily Hernandez. Live from Fort Morgan High School, the Mustangs trail the Skyview Wolverines 26-15. And for Skyview, it'll be Devin Butler, Brandon Gilly, Isaac Valdez, along with Oswaldo Padilla and Tlela Gutierrez, who had 2 fouls in the opening minute of the game. Grayson Garver, Caden Edson, Trey McBride, Isaac Linker, and Luis Garcia for Fort Morgan. Here comes Devin Butler. Butler with a basketball at the top now for Padilla. Padilla swings it over to Gilly. They're just spread out here. They're in no hurry even to take the first shot. Within the first 10 or 15 seconds, we've eaten up 20 seconds. They're the closest they've been to the basket's about 20 feet away. Padilla swings it on the right side to Gilly. Back out to Padilla. Gets a pick from Valdez. Fakes that 15-footer. Back out to Gilly. Now near the timeline to Valdez. I tell you, they keep this up, they might eat up a whole minute here to begin the third. Skyview's up by 11. No shot clock in high school basketball, so you got to force that defense to come to you. Left wing Gilly, he'll take the 3, and that's perfect. That is a perfect possession for Skyview. They eat up 40 seconds and a made 3. 29-15. Garver the other way for Fort Morgan. On the high right. Garver jump pass to Garcia. Garcia gets a pick. Bounce pass to Linker in the lane. All the way, scoops it up, and he left it short. Linker follow good off the glass. Linker scores. The Mustangs are still down by 12, though. 29-17. 6:35 to go, third quarter. Could be a quick-moving half, considering how much time Skyview ate up on the first possession. Gilly back out to Valdez. Valdez at the top of the three-point circle. On the right baseline for Butler. Against Garcia, back out to Padilla. Padilla near the head of the three-point circle on the left wing to Gilly. Back out to Padilla. Looking down low, has got nobody open. Maintains the dribble, now retreats towards midcourt. Right side to Butler. Butler with a ball fake with a left-handed dribble, taking up more time. Already we are under 6 minutes to go in the third. Butler on the high right, straight away Padilla. Padilla guarded by Garver. Back out to his right. Butler has the basketball. Hands it off to Padilla. Padilla looking for Gilly. Well, we might not reach 5 possessions for either team in this quarter. Fort Morgan has 1 possession. This is the second for Skyview, and we played 2.5 minutes. They've chewed up over a minute on this possession alone. But the good news is that my pals here, they're still awake. Left corner, Gilly, 3. He did it again! 12 points for Gilly, 2 threes in the quarter. They lead by 15. Skyview 32, Fort Morgan 17. With 5:08 to go in the third. Entry pass. Linker left of the lane, turns, shoots, misses, in and out. Rebound McBride. Kicks it back out to Garver, and Garver's, oh, he traveled. Well, you know that Skyview is playing this game at their own pace. Buildings by Design has the experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. Third possession for Skyview, and we're about 40 seconds shy of being midway through the quarter. On the outside right, Devin Butler against Garver. Dribbles right baseline, jump pass in the corner to Gilly. Gilly against Garcia, straight away Valdez. He'll take the 3 that's off the back of the rim, and Grayson Garver has the rebound for Fort Morgan. Garver in the right corner for Edson. Edson dribbles right baseline, underneath, double team. Got to kick it back out, he's fouled. And the foul was on Isaac Valdez, his second. And Garver to trigger it in. Right corner for Linker. Back out to Garcia. Garcia's been cold tonight. He hasn't taken too many shots. Into Linker. Linker leans, banks, misses. And the ball is loose. McBride has the rebound. McBride with his 10th in the corner. Now to Garcia. On the right wing, the three. And that is short. And there's a foul, I believe, on McBride. Bodies go flying. And the rebound was grabbed over there by Padilla. And Fort Morgan has gone cold once again, but then again, they haven't had too many possessions. With 4:03 to go, trailing by 15 points here in the third quarter. They're actually going to tab that foul. No, that wasn't Linker. I think it's the second on, or the first on McBride. Anyhow, here we go. Isaac Valdez straight away. On the outside left to Padilla. Bounce pass to Lopez in a lane. Lopez backs it out straight away. Valdez fakes the three, left to the lane. He leans, he kicks it back out to Butler. Butler right in the lane, lost control of the basketball. Goes off the glass, picked up by McBride. Here is McBride, left corner. Garver's shot is up, good. It's a three for Grayson Garver. He's got 2 triples in the game. The Mustangs are down by a dozen. 32-20, 3:20 to go in the third. Gilly against Garcia, swings it back out on the right side to Padilla. Now Valdez with the basketball against McBride. Maintains the left-handed dribble in the right corner for Padilla. Guarded by Caden Edson. Padilla gets a pick from Tomas Lopez, feeds him on the bounce. Lopez then has the ball ripped out of his hands by McBride. McBride left-handed dribble into the front court. Near that left corner for Edson. Edson with 2:51 to go. Right corner, Garcia. Garcia to his left. Free throw line for Linker. Linker all the way is fouled as he drove to the basket. Foul once again committed by Valdez. That's his third. And to the line is Isaac Linker. Linker did miss 2 in the opening half. And the free throw by the junior is perfect. Linker now with 4 points, all in the quarter. Mustangs down by 11. And into the game is Pete Medina for Skyview. Second free throw, Linker is up, and he back rimmed it. And Linker's got the rebound. He hooks, and he misses, and he's fouled again. Linker to the line again. And the foul was committed by Pete Medina. Well, the Mustangs are doing one thing right in this game. They're out-rebounding Skyview. Now the Linker free throw is perfect. Isaac Linker again. The Mustangs can make this a single-digit deficit if he makes his free throw. That is up, and that is off to the right. Rebound is controlled by Padilla. And then the ball is lost at midcourt. Turnover by Skyview gives it to Fort Morgan. Luis Garcia made a 3 to start the game. That bucket brought to you by Cargill Meat Solutions, committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at Cargill.com. Mustangs with the basketball down by 10. 2:23 to go in the third quarter. Garcia at the top now to Edson. Edson against Gilly, looking for McBride down low. He's trapped over there, now feeds McBride. McBride double team, dribbles, kicks it back out. McAllister, 3 is way off to the right. And Garcia tries to chase it down, but he saves it into Brandon Gilly of Skyview. Butler against Garver on the outside left, feeds Medina. Medina dribbles towards the timeline. Jump pass to Lopez, then had it taken away by McAllister. Long pass to McBride. McBride leads, banks, scores, and a foul by Pete Medina. McBride to the line. 2 foul And the Mustangs are down by 8. Fort Morgan's on a 7-0 run. Let's see if McBride, who just banked it in, can hit the free throw and make this a 7-point game. Trey shoots, and it's short. Devin Butler with a rebound. The Mustangs have missed 6 free throws in the game. They've only made 2. And then Edson strips it away from Butler in the front court. Mustang defense is picked up. Here is Edson. Right wing McBride takes the 3. That's an air ball. Out of his range, but he took it anyway. Fort Morgan doesn't need to take threes this early. Still got 9.5 minutes of basketball to go. McBride is out. Back into the game is Ortega. Here the other way with the basketball is Brandon Gilly. Gilly with a crossover dribble. Feeds it back out to Medina. Medina against Ortega into the lane. Left baseline for Lopez. Lopez is trapped by McAllister and tried to throw it to Devin Butler, intercepted by Ortega. 6 turnovers in the quarter for Skyview. Garver the other way with 1:04 to go in the third. On the outside, left to Garcia. Swings it over to Ortega, right in the lane, all the way off the glass. Oh, it was blocked by Lopez. Mustangs wanted goaltending. Ball is tipped into the backcourt. Garver chases it down. Yeah, it was definite goaltending. Garver the other way, right in the lane, all the way, scoops and misses. Lopez with a rebound. Ty Trahern is hot. I think he thought that should have been goaltending on the drive by Ortega. Skyview to take the final shot of the third, more than likely. Gilly with 31 seconds to go against Garcia. And did he carry the ball? Yep. Oh no. Pete Medina throwing an elbow. Offensive foul. Now let's see the Mustangs can draw closer. David Sadinana into the game. McAllister to trigger it in. Plenty of energy right here in this building. And Medina's out. Gutierrez back into the game. Sadinana, 27 seconds to go in the third. Fort Morgan down by 8. They're on a 7-0 run. Ortega at the top. Ortega behind the three-point line. Left side to McAllister. Left corner for Sadinana. Left baseline McAllister spins. And then his pass is intercepted by Brandon Gilly. Only the 9th turnover for the Mustangs. 7 seconds to go. Butler with 5. Butler with 4. Left baseline with 3. And a foul. And the foul's on Sadinana. That's his first. The Mustangs second as a team. Skyview's committed 5. 2.8 seconds to go in the third. And Padilla to throw it in. Padilla, bounce pass over to Butler. He leans, he banks, and he scores at the buzzer. That hurts. We played 3 quarters with the score. Skyview 34, Fort Morgan 24. A 1-minute break. Back in 1 minute on B106 and B106.com. The Mustangs had the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. They're down by 10. 34-24. Garcia, Garver, Edson, McBride, and Ortega. Garver guarded by Butler. Now out to Garcia. On that left wing, here is Jacob Ortega looking for McBride. Feeds it at the top. Edson takes the 3, and he's fouled as he misses. He is fouled by Padilla. That's not a good foul. But the Mustangs will take it. 3 free throws for Jacob. Check that, for Caden Edson, excuse me. Edson was fouled there. First free throw is in and out. And Fort Morgan tonight from the free throw line has been atrocious. They have made 2 out of 9, and that one goes. Let's see, 6, 7. Yeah, they're only shooting 30% from the free throw line. And the next free throw, that's good. So Edson scores, making 2 free throws. 34-26. 7:35 to go in the game. Bounce pass to Valdez. He's fouled by Ortega. Second foul on Jacob. Valdez to throw it in from midcourt. Groceries, fresh cut meat and deli items, Floral Pharmacy, Western Union, public service payments, Brush Grocery Card, 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. Jump pass to Valdez. Left to the lane now to Butler. Butler against Caden Edson. Butler dribbles left to the lane, back out, right wing, Gilly, wide open three, and he missed it this time. McBride goes high for the rebound and rips it out of the hands of the opposing player. Here's Caden Edson into the front court. 11th rebound for McBride. Edson to McBride. McBride pumps, then had the ball stripped away. Now it's loose on the floor, and the Mustangs have it. Garcia picks it up and feeds Edson, and now we've got an injury to Brandon Gilly of Skyview with an even 7 minutes to go in the game. I wonder if he took one in the gut there. Bank of Colorado, a proud supporter of local sports and academics. There's only one Colorado and one bank dedicated to help you make the most of living here. They're not just a bank in Colorado, they're Bank of Colorado. Member FDIC. Gilly is out. And Gutierrez is back in. Skyview 34, Fort Morgan 26. It'll be Fort Morgan basketball. 3/4 court, Garcia to throw it in. He forced a pass into McBride, and it's loose. But off the deflection, Ortega's got it. Mustangs catch a break there. Here's Garcia. Has the ball knocked out of bounds by Valdez. Fort Morgan did outscore Skyview 9-8 in the third. Ortega to throw it in. Back out to Garver. On the outside left, Edson. Near that left corner for Ortega. Ortega with a right-handed dribble. Now to Garcia. Feeds it left side, McBride. Fakes the three. McBride bodied up. Over to Garver. Garver lost control, got it right back, behind the back. Mustangs taking their time on this possession. Here's McBride. Triple teamed. He's got to get rid of it. He tried to dribble, picks it back up. He banks, and he misses. Botterer with a rebound. Oh, an empty possession for Fort Morgan. They're still down by 8. 34-26, 6:11 to go in the game. Botterer with the basketball. Back out to Butler. Butler over to Padilla. Padilla near the top. Swings it over to Butler. Butler backs up now. Padilla left baseline. He's picked up by McBride. Bounce pass to Butler. He puts it up from 12. Back rimmed it. And Grayson Garver goes high for the rebound. Garver left in the lane. In the lane. Garver fades. Back out McBride. Fakes a three. Now left corner Garcia three. And he's stone cold. He missed it by a mile. The rebound to Gutierrez. They can't make a three. After making the first one, Garcia has gone really cold. 5.5 to go. Fort Morgan still trails by 8. There is Gutierrez against Ortega. Left-handed dribble towards the top. Hands it off to Butler. Picked up by Luis Garcia. Butler now on a little weave. Hands it off to Oswaldo Padilla. On the bounce pass to Valdez. Valdez against Garver. Spins on Garver in the lane. Bounce pass to Botterer, and he banks it in. First points of the quarter for Skyview. Back up to a 10-point lead, 36-26. 4:58 to go. Timeout. Fort Morgan, it's brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car, truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East. Well, you can out-rebound the team, which Fort Morgan has. You can commit fewer turnovers, which Fort Morgan has. But the object of the game is obviously put the ball in the hole, which Fort Morgan hasn't. In the second half, they have a total of 3 field goals. All in the third quarter. They have not scored a field goal here in the first 3 minutes and 2 seconds of the fourth. And the big three the other night, Garcia, Garver, and McBride combined for 55 points. Tonight they've combined for 18. That's it. So here we go. We'll reset the Fort Morgan lineup here momentarily. It'll be Linker, Edson, Garver, along with McBride and Garcia. Starting 5 out there. Butler, Valdez, Padilla, Tomas Lopez, and Brandon Gilly for Skyview. Mustangs throw it in just beyond midcourt. Garcia gets it into McBride. Back out towards Garver. Garver with a left-handed dribble against Butler. Gets a pick, dribbles towards the top. Behind his back, nearly stripped, but he maintains the dribble. Feeds it near the left corner. Garcia 3. There you go. Luis finally hits one after missing a few. Fort Morgan down by 7. Inching a little closer. 4:33 to go in the game. 36-29. Gilly for Skyview. Left baseline for Lopez. Tries to feed it to Valdez and does. Now to Padilla. On the outside right to Butler. Bounce pass to Lopez. Right baseline. Hop step. He turns. He shoots. And he misses. Got nothing but glass. The rebound to McBride. McBride with his 12th rebound. Over to Garver. At the top for Linker. Left corner for Garcia. To his right. Now to Edson. Straight away. 3. Good! Caden Edson with a triple. Fort Morgan is down by 4. Skyview 36, Fort Morgan 32. The Mustangs on a 6-0 run. 3:53 to go in the game. Padilla double team, bounce pass to Valdez, now to Lyons. And Lyons is fouled by Linker as he attempted a jump pass to Butler. Linker commits his second. Valdez to throw it in. Valdez bounce pass to Lopez against Garver. Turns, shoots, misses off to the right. Linker with a rebound, and do we have a technical here? Yeah, I believe a technical was called against the Skyview bench. You know, the one thing that's puzzling here is why Skyview, which took so much time to make 2 threes in the third quarter, all of a sudden they seem to be rushed. Luis Garcia to shoot 2 technicals, or 2 free throws. That one's up and in. Fort Morgan on a 7-0 run. Second free throw, that's good. The Mustangs to within 2. Fort Morgan is now on an 8-0 run. They were down by 10 moments ago, and they can tie the game or take the lead with a 3. Who would have seen this coming this quickly? Garcia to throw it in, and offensive foul before the ball is thrown in. Linker setting the screen. Oh man, that's a tough foul there for Fort Morgan. And now you know that Skyview is not going to shoot any time in the next 30 seconds. You wouldn't think so unless they have a layup. Brandon Gilly, double team, jump pass, tipped away, intercepted, Garver has it, and then a foul. No basket. No basket. It's a 1-and-1. The whistle came well before the basket. And the foul is on Brandon Gilly, his second. Grayson Garver with a front end of a 1-and-1. Free throw is up, and that's perfect. Fort Morgan on a 9-0 run with 3:33 to go in the game. Second free throw here for Double G. That's up, and the game is tied at 36. Anybody's ball game now for a chance to win the Colorado 7 League. Padilla on the outside left to Gilly. Gilly with a basketball, jump pass Valdez, now to Lyons. They go to Lopez, he puts it up and he misses. Rebound into the hands of Garcia. Fort Morgan the other way, Edson banks, scores, offensive foul. Offensive foul on Caden Edson. Oh, the Mustang bench does not like that call, but it's called offensive. Turnover number 11. Ty Trahern is not happy. He thought that was definitely a block. 3:12 to go in the game. Fort Morgan 36, Skyview 36. Fort Morgan has scored the last 10 points. Here comes Skyview the other way. Padilla met at midcourt by Garver. Picks up the dribble. Wins it right side to Butler. Butler double team. They better call a timeout. If not, he's going to get called for something. That's a 5-second call. Or is it a timeout? They called a timeout. Oh, they got the timeout in just in time. You can feel the energy in this building right now. And this really got started with Garcia hitting that three-pointer. And you can hear the Fort Morgan student section at their very loudest right now. 2:58 to go in the game. When you need ice, don't settle for any old frozen water. Get AC Ice at any local grocery or convenience store near you. In the backcourt, the pass into Butler. Butler with a basketball. Butler against Grayson Garver. Swings it right side to Padilla. Now over to Valdez. Valdez to Butler. Butler against Garver at the free throw line on the left wing to Gilly. 2:39 to go in the game. Here is Valdez against McBride into the lane. He's turning, he's spinning, he's fading, and he's fouled by McBride. Yep, McBride put the body into him. Isaac Valdez to shoot two. Fort Morgan has outscored Skyview in the quarter 12-2. Skyview at 2.5 to go can reclaim the lead. Free throw is good. Skyview 37, Fort Morgan 36. Second free throw upcoming. Valdez shoots and scores. 38-36, backcourt pressure. The pass is into Garcia. Here comes Grayson Garver the other way. Garver on the high left, dribbles towards the top. Garver maintains the dribble on the outside right, all the way, scoops it up, and he misses. And it's a foul. It's a defensive foul committed by Isaac Valdez. And that's his fourth. If they could get him into foul trouble, the Mustangs could do something here in this game. And the Garver free throw is good. Fort Morgan, after shooting very poorly from the line, has now made 7 in a row. Second free throw, good. And the game is tied at 38. 2:20 to go from Fort Morgan. What a game. In the backcourt, Brandon Gilly. Now in the front court to Valdez. Across the timeline, here is Padilla. Bounce pass right side for Butler. Double team. Isaac Linker trying to tie him up. And then he jump passes. And then he was on the line. He threw it off of Linker. But he was on the end line. Turnover Skyview. That is their 9th of the second half, 12th of the game. With 2 minutes to go, Fort Morgan can take the lead for the first time since they were up 6-4. Edson with the basketball on the outside left. Free throw line for Garcia. Garcia looking, dribbling it back out to Edson. Edson to Linker in the left corner. He will not shoot from there. Straight away to Garver. Garver guarded by Butler. Crossover dribble. Right of the lane. Puts up a wild shot. Misses off the glass. Ball is loose on the floor. And it's tipped out of bounds by McBride. Skyview basketball. Minute 36 to go. Yeah, Garver put up a tough shot there. That was not a good look. I think he was trying to draw the foul. Padilla in the backcourt to Gilly. Gilly with a minute 29 to go. Crosses front court to Lopez. Lopez against Edson. Bounce pass left corner. Knocked out of bounds by Linker, intended for Valdez. A minute 26 to go in the game. Valdez from the corner to throw it in. Valdez lobs it near midcourt. Padilla's got the basketball. We have 1:20 to go. Butler on the high right, double team. Jump pass right corner for Lopez. And then he lost control. He got it back. Feeds Butler right of the lane. He banks and he misses. Too strong. And then we got a foul, I think. We got a tie-up. We have a tie-up. Possession arrow stays with Skyview with 1:11 to go. It looked like Valdez and McBride tied up for the basketball. And it will be Skyview basketball to the left of the basket on the offensive end. Valdez lobs it in towards Padilla, guarded by Edson. Straight away, now back dribbles. Bounce pass to Valdez. 15-footer is off the back of the rim. And Isaac Linker has the rebound for Fort Morgan. Again, a shot to take the lead with 55 seconds to go. Garver against Devin Butler. Gets a pick from McBride. Right of the lane. All the way. Scoops it up and in! Off the glass. He laid it in! Fort Morgan leads 40-38 as Garver scores. 35 seconds to go. Here is Padilla against Edson. I don't know if they're going to call a timeout or not. Down to 29 on the outside left of Valdez. 25 seconds to go. Gilly left of the lane. Back out to Valdez. Valdez crossover dribble. Jump pass. Gilly fakes the three. Steps in. 14-foot floater. Good. And he's fouled. McBride fouled him. It's tied at 40. And Gilly can give Skyview the lead. Holy mahungus. McBride commits the foul. And Gilly will step to the stripe. The lead was short-lived for Fort Morgan. Timeout called. I believe Skyview has called it. Nope, it's Fort Morgan. Brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. What a game. Well, let's see if Gilly can miss the free throw. If he does, Fort Morgan would have one final shot. Brandon Gilly has made some clutch shots in this game. He's got 4 triples. That's his first 2-pointer. And with 16 and a half seconds to go, at the line will be Brandon Gilly. Wow. He's a good shooter. That's why he's made 4 threes. It's Valdez, Padilla, Lopez, Butler, and Gilly for Skyview. The Mustangs will break the huddle with Garver, McBride, Luis Garcia, Isaac Linker, and Caden Edson are starting 5. If he makes his free throw, Fort Morgan can't waste too much time in case they miss. Brandon Gilly for the lead. 1 free throw. It is up, and he made it. Gilly makes the free throw. 41-40 Skyview. 16 and a half seconds to go. Linker to throw it in the backcourt. Here is Caden Edson across the timeline. Left-handed dribble. 10 seconds to go. Here is Garver on the high left with 8. Picks up his dribble. Straight away to Garcia. Right wing Edson. Bounce pass. Down to Linker. Banks. And scores! Isaac Linker scores! And the Mustangs have won the game! The Mustangs, I believe maybe a timeout was called. Fort Morgan 42. Skyview 41. Wow! Is there time left on the clock? What a shot by Linker. Linker with 6 points. 2.1 seconds to go. So they put time back on the clock as Linker scores. By the way, we'll have this video of what hopefully is a game-winning shot. We'll have the video on our B106 Facebook page. Wow. All right, all the Mustangs have to do is make not even a defensive play. They've got to take it. a long way just to get a quality shot with 2.1 seconds to go. (42-41) Fort Morgan. All right. You could anticipate a baseball pass down the court as well. Nobody is guarding the inbounds passer. Valdez in the backcourt. It will be a baseball pass. It'll be caught by Butler. Butler with a dribble. He puts it up at the buzzer. No good! No good! No good! Off the front of the rim. Fort Morgan wins 42-41 at home. They have swept the season series by the Skyview Wolverines. Oh, what a game. Let's take a 3-minute break. We'll wrap it up after this. Back in 3 minutes, the Mustangs 42, Skyview 41 on B106 and B106.com. Mustang postgame show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC, here to help you imagine, believe in your achieve your goals, and achieve your goals, that is, Morgan Community College. The Mustangs win a thriller tonight over the Skyview Wolverines at Fort Morgan, 42-41. They were down for virtually the entire game. They scored the first 6 points of the game, then Skyview went on a 23-6 run. They were up 26-15 at the break, 34-24 after 3. Then with the game tied at 36, Fort Morgan went on a 10-0 run. Then the Mustangs, with less than a minute to go, took the lead at 40-38 on a Grayson Garver bank shot. Back came Skyview with 16 seconds to go. Brandon Gilly scored, was fouled by Trey McBride and hit a free throw. And then with 2.1 seconds to go, again, we will have it up. We'll have the actual video and call on our B106 Facebook page a little bit later on. 2.1 seconds to go. Isaac Linker hits the game winner off the glass, and Fort Morgan sweeps the season series from the Skyview Wolverines 42-41. They've got Fort Lupton on Tuesday and Arvada coming up on Thursday. We'll have that Thursday game on B106 and B106.com, but Fort Morgan is essentially going to clinch this Colorado 7 league title. Made an amazing comeback by the Mustangs, outscoring Skyview 18-7 here in the fourth quarter. The Mustangs tonight out-rebounded Skyview, but let's go through the visiting totals. 15 points for Brandon Gilly. Isaac Valdez with 12. Devin Butler had 8, 4 for Tomas Lopez, and 2 for Robbie Botterer. For the Mustangs, Grayson Garver had 14, 7 for Trey McBride. Isaac Linker with 6, 5 apiece for Caden Edson and Luis Garcia. Jacob Ortega with 2. As I mentioned, the Mustangs had 22 rebounds to 16 for Skyview. Tomas Lopez had 5 to lead the Wolverines. McBride with 12 for Fort Morgan. Turnovers, 14 for Skyview, 7 of those in the third quarter. The Mustangs had 11. The free throw line did make a difference. Fort Morgan at one point was only 2 out of 10. And then made their last, let's see, they were 2 out of 8, 2 out of 9. Let me check this. Get a second count here. Yeah, they were able to, I'm off by 1 here. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. They finished 10 out of 17, but at one point they were shooting just over 20% from the line. They finished 10 out of 17. Skyview 6 out of 6. Skyview drops to 14-7. The Mustangs at 10-11, but once again, they're the only team right now in the Colorado 7 with only 1 loss. They've got 7 victories in the conference. Skyview is 7-2 in conference play. Time for the Mustang player of the game. Brought to you by Transwest Chevrolet Buick, serving Northeast Colorado. And they're in Fort Morgan and Sterling. They have a great selection of new and used vehicles. Stop by and take a test drive. Transwest Chevrolet Buick. Well, our player of the game has got to be Isaac Linker. Didn't have a lot of points tonight, but hit the game-winning shot with 2.1 seconds to go as Fort Morgan picked up the victory. Again, our next Mustang game will be on Thursday, the regular season finale, 7 o'clock from Arvada. And we'll have it here on B106 and B106.com. They will play for the Pepsi Center on Tuesday. That's an afternoon game. We will not have that one, but we'll send you images from there on our B106 Facebook page as well as on Twitter at B106. An outstanding job as always by our sound engineer and producer, Emily Hernandez. I'm John Beltran with a final score in a great boys basketball game from Fort Morgan High School. The Mustangs 42 and the Skyview Wolverines 41. All right here on B106 and B106.com.